3 thoughts from a Dallas Mavericks win over the San Antonio Spurs, 116-93. The Dallas Mavericks defeated the San Antonio Spurs Wednesday night in Dallas, winning 116-93. The win is the Mavericks' 6th in a row. They'll head into the All-Star break with momentum and a chance to get healthy for the stretch run. There are 27 games left in the season, and the Mavericks are well positioned to move up in the standings in the last quarter of the schedule. The Mavericks came out flat, letting Victor Wembanyama do whatever he wanted. At one point the Spurs led by 15. But in the second quarter, the Mavericks battled back, outscoring the Spurs 31-19 and taking a 3-point lead into halftime. The Dallas run continued to start the third quarter, and the Mavericks soon had the game out of reach. The Spurs couldn't keep up with the offensive firepower of Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving, and their supporting cast. Irving led all scorers with 31 points and grabbed 9 rebounds. Doncic had 27 points, 9 rebounds, and 9 assists. Victor Wembanyama led the Spurs with 26 points. He also had 9 rebounds and 3 blocks. Here are 3 thoughts from the game. The Mavericks remain inconsistent. Dallas is winning games, and that's the most important thing. But they're constantly starting games flat, are coming out of halftime with low energy, are letting teams get back into games during the fourth quarter. They struggled to put away the Washington Wizards until late in the game on Monday, and they let the Spurs jump out to a 15-point lead tonight. The team has had jumbled lineups and trades, but at some point, it would be nice to see them play up to their potential for 4 full quarters, especially against the worst teams in the league. They won't be able to get away with such inconsistent play when they face true championship contenders. The defense was stifling. The Spurs finished the game shooting 36% from the floor, and at one point in the third, it was worse than that. San Antonio is one of the worst shooting teams in the league, ranking 27th in the NBA in field goal percentage. But tonight was even worse than the 46% they usually shoot. With a consistent rotation of big men and good defense on the perimeter, the Mavericks can make poor shooting teams look completely inept. That happened over and over again tonight. The Mavericks lived in the paint. Despite the presence of the enormous Wembanyama, the Mavericks owned the paint. They outscored the Spurs 54-42 in the paint. The Mavericks penetrated almost at will and set up easy baskets for a variety of players. Sometimes they just outworked the Spurs for second-chance buckets. It's good to see them getting into the teeth of the defense instead of settling for long jumpers or contested three-pointers.